Happy Sunday, friends! It's Miss Crystal here, back with another Sunday night story time. It's the first story time of 2020. Welcome to January 2020, my friends. I'm really excited for what this year has to offer. And today, I wanted to read you a story that I just learned about. This is actually called The Book Without a Story. It's written by Caroline Rabei. And I'm really excited to read this for you. I just love this book. The library. It's a place full of stories. There's all sorts of stories to read there. Funny stories, scary stories, sad stories, and there are also the stories the books tell about you. Oh yeah, when the library closes and the last librarian goes home and goes to bed, when there's absolutely no people about, all the books come out and they talk to one another. My last reader read me on the bus, said Billy, the big book of birds. My last reader read me at lunch, said Susie, the space story. There are splashes of soup on my pages. Yum! Sitting way up on the highest shelf in the library, Dusty sighed sadly. They put me up here when I arrived, so no one has ever read me. I don't even know what kind of book I am. They put him up on the top shelf as a display, but nobody's read him. There's a girl called Sophie who comes in here all the time. She would love to read you, said Marta, the book of math puzzles. But how will she see me if I'm all the way up here, said Dusty. Leave that to me, said Paul, the pop-up book of Paris. The rest of the books made a book ladder so that Paul could climb all the way up to Dusty's shelf. The next morning, Sophie came to the library with her dad and her little brother Jake. As she was passing under Dusty's shelf, Paul opened his Eiffel Tower pages and he popped Dusty off. Good luck, he said. And down Dusty tumbled until he landed on the floor right in front of Sophie. She picked Dusty up and she was just about to open him when she saw her friend Layla. So instead, Sophie put Dusty on a table and she ran over to say hello. Poor Dusty. Bless my bookmarks, said Billy. How can we help him? We can't, said Susie. No one must ever see us move. So the other books could only watch as Sophie's little brother Jake sat down at the table. But Jake's never read anything, said Marta. He just draws. He won't even notice poor Dusty's there. But then a gust of wind blew in through the open window. Dusty's pages whispered in the breeze, sending out a little cloud of dust. Achoo! Sneezed Jake, and he looked over at Dusty. And there was a big picture of a dinosaur, just like the picture he was drawing. So Jake pulled Dusty over and looked at the cover. Then he turned the page and saw another dinosaur picture, and another. Dusty was full of them. And next to each picture, there were words all about dinosaurs. His favorite thing in the whole wide world. So Jake started to read. And the more he read, the more the hot, jungly dinosaur world of Dusty, the Book of Dinosaurs, grew in his head. He was still reading when Dad said it was time to leave. But Jake didn't want to leave. He wanted to keep on reading. So the librarian explained how he could borrow the book and take it home with him. Jake read Dusty all the way home. And when he'd finished the book, he started it all over again. And when his friends came over to play, Jake told them all about the Book of Dinosaurs. Then he told all of Sophie's friends, and all his mom and dad's friends too. He really likes this book, huh? When Jake brought Dusty back to the library the following week, all the other books wanted to know about his adventure. "Did he read you on the bus?" asked Billy. "Well, he read me in the car, at the kitchen table, in the bath, and secretly every night," said Dusty. "Then he shared me with his friends. It was so much fun. I wonder if anyone else will want to read me." "Just look," whispered Marta. So Dusty did, and guess what he saw? Everyone did. Everyone wanted to read him. Dusty, the Big Book of Dinosaurs, was made the book of the month. So all the kids at the library are lining up to read him. The end. I just love reading about how Dusty discovers himself and what makes him so special. Did you know that every single one of you are special? You're special in your own way. So it is so much fun here at Greater Las Vegas Academy to see all of the kids and how you all discover how special you are. I hope you all have a wonderful night full of sweet dreams. Dream about your favorite book you've ever read. And we'll see you here next week for Sunday Night Storytime.